Hello, hello, hello. Happy Thursday. Can you hear me all right?
What's up, Cooper? Coming loud and clear. How you doing, man?
Love it when we're loud and clear. I'm doing well, Mr. Senor. How are you tonight?
I'm doing great. Just wrapping up Thursday's coverage, watching Rom throw a club over and over again, which is great. And getting ready to settle into some NBA basketball tonight. It's a good Thursday.
I heard he threw a club once, but I missed it. He threw multiple. He threw a club multiple
No, I
times.
just I just happened to, keep rewinding and playing it over and over again because it was funny. I don't know. There's something about it that was funny.
Okay,
I only
nice.
remember
We
seeing
needed
one club.
like a looping GIF of Rom throwing a club. Like we can
I'm
have that
sure golf Twitter.
on
I'm sure
demand.
golf Twitter is on it. Uh,
Excellent. Hey, C. Bruce, how you doing?
Doing well, guys. Happy PGA Championship Thursday.
be happy.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Speaking of which, we are going to be having the live stream watch party from Valhalla all weekend here in the Discord server. Stay tuned for that. You can find that in the watch party channel. That's going to be live. And if you'd like to play and compete on PGA 2K, we have the Valhalla course loaded up so you can compete. Virtually try your joysticks out on the course in real time with the players. So definitely a fun week. We love the majors here. So is Xander still in first? Was the nine under the leader holding spot?
That is
Yeah,
correct. That
still
is
going
correct. It
strong. I
doesn't.
mean, it's a solid leaderboard, though, I will say.
It's
You
great.
got on Finau, Rory's there, got,
Yeah. Hoagie's at
Morikawa.
4. Tom Kim. Young Tom. Robert
Yeah,
McIntyre. Everyone's super happy about that. I'm sure. Guys just smiling out there. Brooks at 10.
yeah,
Uh,
Brooks and Scotty are lurking there.
yeah. Bryson was
Yeah,
top 10 in the first wave, but then the second wave kind of bumped him out. He's T18 now.
yeah. There's a lot of golf left, though, but it's good. I mean, it's shaping up for a fun weekend, I would say. Fun Friday and weekend.
For sure. I think I said this in Discord, but one of the coaches for the place that I go to get my coaching qualified in the qualifier a couple of weeks ago and is currently. I'm looking for him. He was one over. I'm looking down data golf now. I'll find it in a second, but he's like Josh Bevel. He is two over, tied for 107. Estimated cut line right now is even, so I don't make the cut. But pretty cool to see him. He was on the. I was watching the featured holes and got to see him tee off on 12, so that was pretty neat.
That's super cool. And he's got a shot at the weekend, if he comes out playing tomorrow.
Sure. Yeah, I don't. I think the weather's supposed to get pretty bad, is what they said on the broadcast. So we'll see what the course is
Yeah.
like tomorrow. But he's beating Phil. He's beating Nick Dunlap. That's real. He'll remember that forever.
Yeah. It's awesome. That's awesome.
Way cool. Is he beating Michael Block? That's a big question.
I
Most everyone is beating Michael Block
Yeah.
today,
The
unfortunately
only
for Mr.
people
Block.
that aren't. This would be a good trivia question. Is who's not beating Block right now? It's Zach Oakley, John Summers, Patrick Harrington, Cameron Davis. That's a tough look. Camilo Vegas, Rich Beam, Victor Perez. Which I think Rich Beam. I think Anders Lang is caddying for him this weekend. I think from Nolan or from Random Golf Club. Larkin Gross, John Daly at 155, and then Jeffrey Kellen at 156. No WDs though, so those are all earned losses to Blocky.
Wow. John Daly out
Yeah,
there too. I mean, I saw someone looking for a cigarette and M and M's and Diet Coke counter on Twitter.
yeah.
Did anyone see a count on the day for the M&M?
I haven't seen one yet, but he is riding a cart, which is pretty sick.
Love to see that.
medical exemption.
Frothy, that's a great idea. We could do Bethpage this week. If you saw on Twitter, I did have a little competition to guess my score. I shot a 90. I don't think that'll be hard to beat in 2K. But I will tell you that they are amped up at Bethpage Black for the Ryder Cup. Like, it's 2025. It's over a year away, but everyone there is wearing the Ryder Cup gear. It's going to be a time. Like, New York is going to show up. I would not want to be European in 2025. I'll tell you that.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
With that, I'll kick it over to you, C. Bruce. Take it away.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll run through some updates and reminders today. I think the first thing I will mention tomorrow is actually a kind of significant day for Links, for the Links lore. Anyone have a guess or an idea of what tomorrow is? Not just the Friday of the PGA Championship.
I know the answer, so I'm not even going to try to guess. I was going to say
Yeah,
something
I know.
funny.
You shouldn't guess. You shouldn't guess. I'll give it a second for Barry here to give it a run. Links Champions 1 year. You're on the right scent. It is a 1 year anniversary of something. But it's actually oh wait, I'm gonna wait for it. Oh, there we go. 1 year ago, we closed on Spey Bay tomorrow. So that's pretty awesome. So I think it's cool to reflect. Yeah, approximately. It's hard to believe it's been a year. So we may have some content, some stuff going on socials to that extent, but pretty cool to see, to reflect back on. It's been a year that we've owned a golf course, an amazing links course in Scotland. So yeah, fun thought going into the weekend in addition to the PGA Championship. But in addition, for Spey Bay, a week from tomorrow, not a year in the past from tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow, their first big event of the year, a big member event of the year, with the spring meeting. So I think Aprax is going to be there, I believe, maybe already over there. Not totally sure, but we've got a good crew. It's going to be an awesome event. I know we sent out some reminders and announcement this week, but last reminder, if you are planning to go, make sure to register. I think we saw some folks that had booked golf around the event but hadn't actually registered yet. So make sure to register on the Spey Bay event site. If you are going, the last day for that is Sunday. Registration will close after Sunday, and we have to make sure everyone's signed up before then. So if you're going to the spring meeting, it's going to be an awesome event. We've got a 36-hole competition over the weekend. Folks are going to get a first look at the work that was done over the winter, which I think is going to be really exciting for folks to see. The weather over there has been amazing. It's been warm and sunny. Grass has been growing, reports from Bert. So I think it's going to be an awesome time. But yeah, so make sure to sign up if you haven't already and are going to the spring meeting. Otherwise, still have, signups open, obviously, for the slate of events later in the year. Summer Solstice coming, Club Championship coming, member guests coming, the inaugural Links Ryder Cup coming in October. Yeah, probably we'll get you. I actually, it's funny you asked that what the temps are in Fahrenheit, because Bert keeps telling them to me in Celsius, and I haven't actually done the conversion. I know it's warm though. I know it's warm. But yeah, so awesome events slate coming. Check those out. Plan your trips. I am psyched to be going over there in June for the solstice. There's some awesome golf planned around the event too, through all of our incredible reciprocal relationships that Bert has been setting up for us. So yeah, going to be an awesome summer. 1 year in the making. Kind of crazy as of tomorrow. So I think that's it on Spay Bay. But while we're talking events, oh, there we go. Thanks, Scoop. Giving us some Fahrenheit temperatures here in the 60s. So not
Yeah,
crazy, not crazy warm. It was a little warmer this
I
past week, but that's solid.
I probably shouldn't be screenshotting weather reports while driving, but I got you back. You're back, a proxy. Um, I'm
Yeah,
still
eyes
locked
on
in
the
from
road,
that
Scoop.
Bethpage
Eyes
walk.
on the road. Eyes on the road. But yeah, so I think that does it for Spay Bay this evening. But while we're talking events, just another reminder: we do have a limited number of spots left in the signature event series. Just at a handful of the events coming up later this year. And actually, while we're talking about it, we'll have some announcements for this later. But we're just kind of arranging this today. The second Bayonne event, I think Bayonne were probably the events that sold out the quickest this year. The second Bayonne event, we actually had to move the date because of some of their greens renovations that are going to be happening later in the year. So we're moving the date up a bit, which means a couple of the folks that grabbed those spots can no longer make it. So some of those spots are going to be opening up again. We'll send out an announcement and set a date for that, but giving people in the call a heads up, because I know those were hot commodities when we released them earlier in the year. If you wanted to hit up Bayonne, keep an eye out for that. But we also have, a handful of spots at the other events that are still available. I think Hollywood, Philly Cricket, and then I'm personally astounded that there's a few spots at Kingsley remaining in Michigan. It's maybe not close to a major metro, but is a incredible course. Top 100. Really psyched for that one. So yeah, that is the deal on events. A lot going on. Events in Scotland, events across the U.S. You saw the announcement this week. We're gearing up for a series of events at 5-iron. There's some indoor golf events coming. If you haven't voted in the poll in Discord, please do. Your vote is going to determine what cities we hit on the 5-iron tour later this year. So events galore coming up, which is all exciting stuff. But with that, let's keep it moving. Maybe we'll move on to Links League.
Let's go.
I was just checking. We've got looks like over 100 people already submitting scores and teeing it up for the spring league. Good
It's
start
great.
here.
It is clearly, most of the country is clearly thawed out. I know that not everywhere is ideal conditions. We've had like a bunch of consecutive, I can't even count at this point how many consecutive days of rain or just kind of muddy situations in Nashville. So I haven't played outside in a while, but thankfully I already put in all of my 8 rounds and still didn't top 20. But I am here to share my screen. Should do this now on the Reel of Names. And you should be able to see my Wheel of Names now. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm going. There's the dog barks. She's the hype.
Dog's excited for the Wheel of Names.
Right in the background. She's ready to go. I'm going to shuffle this a bunch, and then I'm going to click spin. And here we go. Chad, Nashville. You probably hear my dog barking over here. Chad, you are the winner this week for just simply for submitting a round. In right now we're up to week 4. We do these things in order. So as long as you submitted, your 4th round, you were entered into the Wheel of Names. Chad, you were selected this week. But if you want to get selected next week, all you got to do is make sure that you post your 5th round, and you will be selected. Again, you also get points just for posting. You get randomly selected in the Wheel of Names, and then you also get a prize for being the low score of the week. But that's Wheel of Names this week. So congrats, Chad in Nashville. Congrats, everyone, for getting the post in. And I'm excited to see where the rest of this leaderboard shakes out. More excited even than the PGA Championships.
Yeah,
I do also.
slightly
So
bigger deal. Go ahead, Goop.
I do.
No.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Senior. 'Cause, there may have been a late addition. But Gunda National, top scorer of the week, player of the week. Is that correct? 16 points.
I'm looking at it now. Give me 1 second. Refreshing. We're doing week 4, correct?
Yes.
Week 4's, or round 4's low score was, yep, Gunner National was 16 points. My favorite score of the week is actually a -19, which is clearly an error. So I'll follow up with that person. I'm not going to name them, but that's my favorite score of the week. But the highest point total of the week is Gunner National this week. Congrats.
Awesome. Good work there. And yeah, we'll be in touch. Get you your prizes to Chad and Gunda National. Keep posting those scores, y'all.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
I was T2 last week, and I think I've fallen out of the top 5. So
Yeah, life comes at you
it
fast.
happens.
Life
Yeah.
comes at you fast. Just
Yeah.
That's one thing I would love, actually, people's feedbacks on how we display the leaderboard, because just kind of mostly for simplicity, we do it the way that we do. But it would be kind of cool to see. We show projections, so you kind of know where you're going to end up. But one thing I've long wanted to see is kind of the ability to filter it or kind of simulate based on how many rounds you've played, like lots of different things that we could do. So if you have any feedback, post it on Links League's channel. I'd love to hear it.
I personally like the
One
way
other.
it's set up, but that's just me.
Okay.
Yeah. Me
Boring.
too. The layout's great, but one other thing we wanted to talk about, and if you're in the audience and you're thinking about this too, you've posted more than 4 18-hole rounds, is what a bonus league or super league could look like for those of us who are playing more than 4 rounds during the time period, right? Getting more scores up, having some extra competition on top. Should we just add another league, have it go live, or some other mechanic we could do to make it interesting?
I do personally like that idea. So, keep it rolling, even if it's we aren't just like running back the same prizes or whatever. Like give the people that are still playing something else to play for. I like it.
Sure.
I'd be down
As
for
someone who
spring league
plays,
number 2.
yeah, I'd be down too. As someone who plays a lot more indoor golf and outdoor golf, I also really would love to have simulator leagues. It takes a little bit more work, but it's something that we've talked about. But I would love to see that because I'm a lot better on sim than I am outside.
Yeah.
All right,
Leagues would
so
be sweet.
simulator league and bonus league. Let's fire those up. That'll be fun to do as well.
Super League, I like it. Post as many.
Any other comments? Proxy stoked on it. Any other thoughts, questions, comments this evening?
Nothing for me.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys holding it down while I'm driving from Long Island back to Philadelphia. Thank you, everybody who participated in guessing my scores. Unless you guessed above 115, in which case we're no longer friends. But I'll be posting the tiebreaker out there on my Twitter as well. But been another great week. We'll see you all in the chats this weekend in the watch party. And stay tuned as well. We're going to be launching a pack release for the bracket.game. We did it for the Masters. I've just heard that we're doing it again for the PGA. So you'll get a invite link with a referral code, and you'll be able to pull packs of players on base chain. You'll be able to trade in real time with DGen token. It's a great time, really fun way to get involved and stay up to date with all the players. So I just wanted to highlight that in here as well. I will drop that link in the chats as soon as I get it.
Alrighty. Sounds good.
Nice. Enjoy the major weekend, everybody.
Yep. Everybody have a good Thursday
Finish
nights.
great.
Talk to you soon.
Happy Thursday.
Bye.
Bye.